Hi, so I've just learned something new that you guys can chat before I even get in here. That's pretty cool, because I always feel so bad if I'm like running late and I can see there's people waiting, and then I am like, I feel really bad. So it's great, you guys are here. I don't have to be here as quick as I need to be. I still am not ready, by the way, so please carry on talking amongst yourselves whilst I just sort myself out. How are you? It's Tuesday. It is the 14th of July, and I am back in the studio with the wonderful Claudio. I don't know how to say his name, so I don't know how to say anyone's name. Anyone that has seen on my Instagram, I'm a little bit lethargic today, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's because I'm just knackered or I don't know. I know that this hair isn't helping. It's not making me feel good, but it's also not the end of the world, so it's all good. We're all healthy. That's the main thing. Healthy with a roof over our heads, drums to play. I mean, happy days. And for anyone that doesn't know, the can of Red Bull is still here. I've not drunk it. I know that I was threatening to. That is my last resort if I'm really, really lethargic. Luckily, this isn't like some crazy punk tune at like 250 BPM that we're doing today. I literally just listened to a little bit of it because I was like, oh goodness, is it going to be one of them ones? So anyway, it's all good. So, let's get in the room, let's see who's in. So, we've got Nathan, good day afternoon, or good day Tama, afternoon to you. Jed is here. Hello Jed, I'm so sorry last week. I don't know why, but sometimes some people just don't get notifications on here and on Instagram about when I'm going live. Jed, I'd say next time when you know that I'm going to be going live on Instagram, just hit my profile at like 1 minute past or at that time, and it should, on my profile picture, there should be like a little colourful ring and then a live thing. So just click that. I'm hoping that'll get you there. Just so you're not waiting for the notification if for some reason it doesn't come through. Like I say, I have no idea why that is. But yeah, I felt so bad about that last week. I was just like, I wish I could, but I didn't know what to, like, I literally don't know what to do to help. So anyway, hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. I'm doing one at 10 in the morning. Yes, I know it's quite early, but I'm just trying different times and seeing what the difference is like, and you know, and yeah, I don't really know. I'm just sort of seeing. That's my general ethos in life. Just do stuff and see what happens. So Jed says, good afternoon from a dull, overcast, horrible Manchester. Hope you're fine and dandy. I'm okay-ish. Still on furlough, but that means I can spend time with you and our friends. Happy days. Yay, Jed. I'm so glad you're here. It is also very grim here, and it's funny that you're saying you're okay-ish. I feel the same, and I wonder if there's something in the air today. Maybe it's like an air pressure thing. Me and my husband always sort of like, we often catch each other on similar days like that, where we're a bit blah. And yeah, I have a theory that it might be something to do with that. There's no basis in this theory, bear in mind. It's literally me just going, I wonder. It's like saying, you know, I wonder if certain stars are aligned today, and that's why. I mean, no basis in it whatsoever, other than that I just feel a bit odd. And Nathan says, ha ha, their losses. Our gang, buddy. That is so true. We love having you here, Jed. And Jed, oh, where is our M? See, this is you guys chatting before I got here. Didn't know that could happen. Very cool to know. So I can go on, like, I might start doing a thing where I'm not streaming early, but like this thing will be open early, and then you guys can chat away whilst I'm just, I was going to not swear badly, but messing around for yeah, rather than you having to be here whilst I'm messing around, which I'm about to do anyway, which reminds me, oh gosh, this iPad is just so dead. Hold on. Right, I'm going to chat to you a bit further, but let me just put this on proper charge. And then, not only is the iPad out of charge, so is the Apple Pencil that I use to do all my charts. So I'm really together today. Do you see what I mean? There's something in the air. I don't know what it is. So Zalsta is here. Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Michael. How are you? And everyone's hello to each other. Carl Bayliss is here. Hello, Hale. And we have the artist in the room, Claudio is here from Florida, which means, what time is it there in Florida? Probably around about 8 in the morning? No, you're on the East Coast, so what's that, 9 in the morning? Is that right? Did I get it right? Let me know, Claudio, if I got it right. Nathan says, I'm all good. It's my chill hour now. Coffee poured. I should have started with a coffee, but this is my backup. I don't think I'm going to need it. To be honest, the thing that gives me a lot of energy in life is seeing you guys here, so thank you. You are my caffeine. Which means I'm going to have a massive downer after this. And crash, but Tone said he's going to make me dinner, so that's a nice thing to look forward to, and who knows what he's going to make. I'm really excited. Right, so Nathan says, hey Carl, how's your week going? Jed says, please don't ever feel bad. I can't help it, Jed. Honestly, I felt for you so much. And I can't help it. It's just who I am. Carl says, hey Nath, rehearsal cancelled last night. Oh no, but good, busy with the day job. Well, it's good to be busy, I suppose. And I love it. Everyone's just sort of chatting amongst themselves, which is really nice. Phil Collins thought there was something in it. The air, I mean. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe because I put up a thing yesterday, a picture, saying studio, which I shouldn't admit this. I didn't realise it was a Phil Collins reference. Tony says it to me all the time, and I thought that he sort of made it up. I just assumed, because I just assume everything that he says he makes up, because it's so silly, some of the things that he says. And then people get replying with like these Phil Collins memes. So maybe that's what it is. I've brought the energy of Phil Collins into my life. Maybe that's, I don't know, I have no ideas. I'm just chatting absolute rubbish. As always, Kevin Seagull's here. Hello, Kevin. How are you? Good morning, Emily. Hello, everyone. Glad to be here for a bit. Yes, we're glad to have you. And Carl says half the band are still isolating. This is why his rehearsal was cancelled. So it was me and the guitarist, but his other half had to work. So he was on babysitting duty. Rock and roll, eh? I know. The reality of rock and roll is just so hilarious. Like, it's my favourite thing, how un-rock and roll we all are. I thought I heard someone buzzing. Yeah, it's one of my favourite things. Like, how un-rock and roll can we be? I mean, I'm pretty good at being un-rock and roll, but yeah, it's fun as a collective experiment. And Zelsta says 9 a.m, so it must be 9 a.m. Well, Michael is, and Claudio says it's 8 a.m. Cool, amazing. So it's quite early for a little bit of rocking. But I'm glad that, Claudio, I'm glad that you're here, because obviously working with people from the States, a lot of the time when I record, it's a bit too early for them. Well, I say that. Sometimes it's like 5 a.m. where they are, and they still get up and watch this, which I just think is absolutely bonkers. But I love them for it, and I love you for it for sure. Mooncat Drums, Carl says, we could all set up a private Facebook follow to chat and share everything in between times. That's a really nice idea. I'd say the only thing with that, and this is my personal problem, I am the worst person to reply to messages. So only if you didn't get like offended if I'm not very active, because I get overwhelmed. I think that's part of the reason I'm having a bit of a weird day. I think I'm overwhelmed. I think I've been doing too much, and I think I need to pare everything back. So to say that I would be an active member of a Facebook chat group thing, I'd say, hey, Carl, honestly, don't really know how to do that, but oh no, well I do know how to do that. But Carl, if you want to set it up, like, and invite everyone, please do. Like, that is a really lovely idea. I love it as a community. What a great idea. But please don't be offended if I'm not the most active person ever. It's just my own. I'm not very good with that sort of stuff. I get, like I say, I get overwhelmed. David Limits is here. Hello, David. I haven't read your email yet, but I will, promise. And Zasta says, Claudio, are you in Panhandle? Yes. Ah, amazing. I don't even know what that means, but the fact that you both understand what you're both saying is awesome. And Nathan says hello to David. And I love this because it's after the weekend, I suppose. Everyone's been off doing stuff. It's lovely. And Jed says, top show Saturday. How good was Little Jimmy? Oh, bless you, Jed. So this weekend in the UK, The Voice Kids started, and I'm the house drummer. woo! And yeah, it's weird because it's something I've been working on for like a year, and it's only just airing, and I'm like, this is just so weird to relive. Like those first episodes were shot back in, I want to say November, so it's really weird to relive the experience. It was weird because I felt the same emotions before we started watching it. I was really scared. I was really worried and nervous, and I was like, this is ridiculous. I know how it sounds because I was there. I played it. I was just really nervous of how it was gonna come across, but yeah, little Jimmy, he's an absolute sweetheart. Bless his cottons. And Carl says saw Phil Collins with his big band thing. Amazing. No singing, just him doing swing arrangements of his songs. That's really cool. Still makes me tingle thinking about it. Yeah, I bet that was literally amazing. Zelsta's saying, okay, got you, where you at? So Zelsta is in Texas, San Antonio. Amazing. Logan Brewster's here. Hello, Logan. What time is it there in Australia? Lovely Australia. And Nathan says, I'll talk to you, Carl. Oh, thanks, Nathan. Somebody loves me. Carl, I do love you, and I love the idea. I just need to say that up front because I don't want to set out any false expectations. Yeah, because otherwise I feel so guilty and so bad. So, yeah, that's the only reason. I love you, Carl. I really do. Zell says, afternoon. Yeah, everyone's being all lovely. Right, so let's get to this song of Claudio. So it is called Frozen Hearts. This is the second song that we've done together. We did another one called Shields a few months back. When was it? September. Oh gosh, that wasn't a few months back. That was last year. Oh my goodness, that was 9 months ago. That's pretty crazy. Time goes. It's 11 o'clock at night with Logan. I'm usually asleep by 11 o'clock. How rock and roll is that? Right, let me see if this iPad has charged somewhat. 4%. Brilliant. That's not ideal, but I have a feeling also, and I'm wondering if just plug this in to hopefully charge it. Charging stations are so weird. Sometimes they work, and sometimes they don't. I'm not convinced that my 5%. Oh, how much have I actually got left? Literally 5%. What is this? Voice 10 Zoom meeting. Oh, I know what that is. 5%, that'll be fine, and that's on charge. Right, okay, so I'm going to switch you to the iPad, and hopefully it'll come up, because I haven't even tried it at all. Like I said, yay! Oh, technology's on my side today, and I'm really happy. Okay, right, so let's have a listen to this rockin' song. It's at 123 BPM, which is a lovely BPM to be at. I'm just going to play it from this. Oh, did I just delete something? Or did I just delete? Yes, I just deleted a track. Emily, sort your life out. Okay. Let's do a chart since we're here. Why not? So I will just solo the track with drums and then we'll go from there. All right. Love that. Really, I love that riff. And I love the very distinct parts. Let's just make sure this is all lined up and ready to go. Yeah, wicked. What a wicked tune. Love that. Proper just rocking. I can't remember what I said. It reminded me a little bit of the Arctic Monkeys at the beginning, and vocally, and with that 16 hi-hat thing in the verse. Wicked. I really like the accents as well, like gada 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 gada. So it's just in that last chorus that it goes to the crash, because I was wondering when I noticed the crash on the last chorus, and I wondered if it was always there, and I just hadn't noticed, but it wasn't. It was on the hats for the other choruses. So I love that Claudio has totally like fleshed out the parts pretty nicely, and in a very drummery way. So it kind of everything that was played, I think, makes sense. Yeah, so I think it's I think it's going to be really good fun actually. Let's just head to the chat for a sec. Okay, so Carl says we'll let you off then. Thank you. I'm sorry. Logan says loving the content you're putting out, Emily. Super inspiring. Thank you so much. Yeah, like I said, I think I've just been overdoing it slightly, so I need to pare it back a bit and just keep it just make it a little more simple for myself, because I got basically what happened was I just got really excited because I was like, you know, when you just get an idea in your head and you're like, because Instagram, for instance, is something that I've always really struggled with, and I don't know why. I find it hard to get my head around it and to really use it in a good way. Like, I just want to use it in a really good way for people, and I find it difficult, but I felt like I'd worked it out, and I was like, I think I've got it. And then I just went a little bit hell for leather, and now I'm like, I'm exhausted. So I need to just, where I was at, probably bring it back 50%, and I'll probably be all right and still be able to give out hopefully good content and without absolutely killing myself, which I'm really good at doing. But thank you, Logan. That means a lot, and it helps spur me on to find the way to do it, the best way for me to do it. I think that's the main thing I'm trying to say, because yeah, I know what's bad for me and I know what's good for me, and I'm definitely not on the right side of the line at the minute when it comes to, like, there's great elements to it, but there's some detrimental elements to it, and the detrimental elements I need to get rid of, basically, because life's too short. Life's way too short. Nathan says, wow, that woke me up. Yeah, it's sorry, it is very loud. The track that was sent over, it's maxing out, so I did turn it down, so hopefully it isn't too loud anymore for you guys. Sorry about that. Nathan turns headphones on. Sorry guys. And Nathan says, love the 16th note bass guitar riff. Yeah, that stood out to me as well. I was like, right, well, there's the thing I need to look into. So awesome, love that, and it's just, it's really nice. Carl says, love that lead guitar riff. Me too. Really stands out. You know when you just hear something, you're like, yes. You know how I always go on about like the correct drum part? That is how I felt about that riff, and also about that bass thing. It's like, oh yeah, that's right. That's correct. Like, that is the song, obviously. Like, yeah, it's funny how you react like that. And Nathan says, so much for feeling chilled out. I just downed my coffee and I feel like running around now. Brilliant. Carl says, whole song is another one with Stone Temple Pilots vibe. Yes. And great stuff, Claudio. Yes, nice one, Claudio. Danley's here. Hello, Danley. How are you? Claudio says, thank you guys. I feel weird watching this with you. Lol. Yeah, I know it must be really strange, but look, you're in a safe space. Everyone here is super lovely, and it helps that you've created a really cool song. So let me just try and not ruin it. Basically, that is kind of my objective right now. And Nathan says we're all weird in here. It's true, we are. And like I say, safe space, all good. Great to have you along to chat. Cool. Jed says, I'm not a massive guitar fan, but I'm loving this. Awesome. Right, so I guess the next thing to do really would just be to set this up and to do some takes. I think everything's pretty self-explanatory because, like I say, I'm loving Claudio's. Sorry, I keep saying your name twice because I keep second guessing how I should be pronouncing your first name, Claudio. So just bear with me. I'm just being an idiot, basically. But yeah, luckily because of the guide drums, it's kind of quite. I think we're gonna have some fun with it, basically. Yeah, I'm just going to listen to the very opening beat once more. And the verse, just for the kick drum pattern. Oh, Leo's here! Sounds good, Emily. Congratulations from Brazil. Ah, obrigado. Well, hello from London. Well, thereabouts. And yes, welcome to the madness. Right. Might keep to that like it goes. Yeah, we'll see. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I think it's just going to be one of those feel it out and see what happens. I remembered to change my cymbals from last week's session because I went in there to switch everything on. I was like, oh gosh, I still have those little crashes and EFX and craziness. But I think I need to change the kick drum beta. So, oh no, no, sorry, I accidentally almost just exited the whole thing, which would not have been ideal. Right. I'm going to switch over to the live room and I'm going to go in and do probably 3 takes of this and then we can see where we're at and we can put something together. Alright, so I will see you in 3 takes or so. Well, that is pretty full on, to say the least. I've come in for some water and I want to have a listen and see how it's sounding. I know it's probably a crazy notion, but let's have a listen and see how it is. It's a great song, really good, so much energy. Energy that it's songs like this that make me feel very old. I'm just going to say a comp, not to say that I'm not going to go back and do another take, but I just want to hear how we're going. Oh. La 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 la. That guy's pretty low. Let's take it lower. Yeah, that's the only bit I'm a little bit not convinced with what I'm doing. Just because everything drops out. So, and I wonder what I did in the first one. I'm not convinced that's right. In fact, I wonder what the first take full stop is like. Let's just, because usually... this might be better. It's nice being able to open out a bit with the guitar blending. So I'm thinking maybe it's just the first verse. So let's do this. I think beginning is a little stronger with this. And it relates back to a section that's later in the song, so that's quite nice. So from there, I think I want take two. I like take two there. So just goes with the accents better. The kick just goes with the rest of it. That's cool. I like it. It doesn't feel like it's fallen out with the hats a little more open. So I think I'll probably go back to chorus from number 2. So chorus number 2. Do you see this? Look at this. Do you see this? This right here. Do you remember I was saying about things doing weird things? It's a weird thing. Okay, how am I going to deal with this? Let me save it for a start. Yeah, look at this. Look at this kick sub-track. It's just not. It's doing its own thing. You can't see actually because my cursor is in the way. Look at this. What is this? What is this? What is this? Right, so let me just remember what I've done. So 2, then 1 for the verse, 2 for the, so 2 for the intro. So verse is a take 1. All right, cool. Let me see if it's done it with any other of the tracks. No, it seems to be just the sub kick. So let's see how many reverses we have to do for it to go back to normal. Okay, so it's this. So something happened along the way, and that was when I changed. So what did I do? When I cut it, so let's just check that all these, this should all be the same length, so I don't understand why it's having a hissy. I might just cut all of this and see if that makes a difference, hopefully. Have your fingers crossed for me. Oh! Oh, it's behaved. It works! Thank you for crossing your fingers! Jeez Louise, that just never happens. Oh wait, hold on. What's this here? Oh! Bah! So if I cut it here, okay, still is fine. Still is fine, alright. Right, this needs to be changed. So from that point, let's just see what happens when I do a cut. See if it freaks or what. Let's see. No freak. Okay, great. I'm pretty sure that the first take wasn't the one because I did it half time. And I didn't quite go into it right either. And then actually, do you know what? That could actually work because I like it when it goes into this. So dun 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 dugga dugga dum. That's actually kind of cool. I need to clean it up a bit, but I'll do that. Yeah, I got a bit confused at the end. And then it should be from there that we get that last dagger. Very cool. So So I think I might just go and re-record that bit, only because it's so messy that it's probably just quicker for me to re-record it. So I might even go from 2 bars. Right, so from the crash, and I'll just do that. Save that. I just want to split by the locators. So it doesn't even need to be that long, really. It needs to be more like so I'm just going to nip back into the live room, do this thing, and then I was just in case clean it up. Right, I'm going to switch over to the live room. I will be back. I will come back to the chat in a minute as well. Catch up with that. Alright, so I think I like that last one best. Oh. Oh. Redo. Okay. Let's just hear how that sounds. Yeah, that sounds good to me. It sounds like a part now rather than just a kind of bit. Let's hear it for Encanto. One more time. You know what? I wonder if there's one that goes with that riff better. I like the gada 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 gada, so I'm happy to keep that for sure. I think that's a really nice lead in, but I just want to explore my options. Yeah, that might be a better one. Yeah, that's nice because when the guitar comes in, it kind of leaves space to let the riff sing, and then I sort of shimmy off the back of it almost. Right, what I think I'm going to do now, just because I want to come to the check, so I realise I haven't said anything to you guys for ages. I'm just going to flatten all of it. In fact, let's just save a new alternative. So I'm going to do a flatten and fix, flatten, fade and fix. So F and F and F. All in the ones. Flatten. And the reason I'm going to do that is so that once I... Oh, you're going a bit slow. Oh. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Tom 2 has done that weird thing, but that's fine. I can work with that. I can fix you. Sometimes I'm going to save this and quit it and just see. Oh, look, Tom 1's having a mare. Oh, what's going on with Tom 1? Not a happy bunny. Right, I'm going to save this, quit it and restart it. Right, la 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 la, because it's acting weird. And in my experience, just quitting and opening it again, hopefully will fix it. If not, I do have a workaround, it just takes a little bit longer. And a little bit of me scratching my head. Right, what have all of y'all been saying? So la 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 la. Sorry, I've just been really slow. Right. So Nathan says, yes, nice lock-in snare fill with the guitar riffs. Motoring. Thank you. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe it's got to be in it. It's just got to be really like, just going for it. Wowzers, that camera was a rockin'. Oh, was it? Oh, sorry about that. People have a go at me about my camera moving when I play, so let's take things off for a second, just whilst it's all loading. Yeah, so Sorry about that. Jed says, love it, love it. We're all rocking. Amazing. Carl says, that's woken me up. Woken me up too, I'll tell you. And Nathan says, I think we're all older than you, Em. I don't think you are. I'm 33. I'm pretty sure I'm bang in the middle of some of you. I'm pretty sure we're all the same age, aren't we? I just assume everyone's the same age, to be honest. I have no idea. Nathan says this is great music for what's been a frustrating day so far. Thanks. Well, I'm glad for sure. Like I said, I can't really take credit for that. That is all Claudio. That's not me. Thank you for Claudio for bringing this to us all. Yes, I agree. Thank you. And Claudio says thank you, Nathan. Jed says, I agree, Nathan. I'm not having the best of days, but this has cheered me up. You all cheered me up. Well, that's really nice. And Nathan says, I reckon this would be a great tune for a drive home after a gig when everyone else is trying to sleep and you're staring at the road disappearing into the darkness ahead of you. It would certainly keep you awake, and the people in your car will not be sleeping, I tell you. It's brilliant. And Claudio says, cool. And Nathan says, at the risk of sticking my neck out here, have any of you guys ever hit yourself in the face with a stick on a gig? Yes. All the time. Way more than I should. For sure. And Nathan says, Emily, skillful retakes, they're a great way to give yourself lots of listen back options without having to re-record the whole track. Yeah, learning to comp has been one of the greatest things that I've learnt to do, along with the flex time option to move the odd note here and there. It's just all about using every tool that I have at my disposal to get the best drum track possible for the artist, for Claudio today. And Nathan's saying, oh no, yeah, you better believe, oh no. Right, okay, so, no, sorry. Oh, that's really good. Okay, so display capture, no, that's not right. Logic with mouse, yes. Sorry about this. Let's get you back here. Alright, so, oh, again, have your fingers crossed for me that this works. Oh, it didn't work! Oh, you suck! It's me. What have I done? Right, how am I going to deal with this? That is the question. How am I going to deal with this? Well, let's get my headphones on first. Okay, let's see if this works. If I do a different, right, oh no, that's still not happy. Okay, so, how am I going to do this? I wonder if, okay, right. I'm trying to think that I have a plan, but I'm not convinced that I do. So if I can make that into take two. Well, what in the world is going on there? Oh, I see, because it's all, right. If this can be take two. No. Do you see this? What is this? It's all just gone bonkers. It all just doesn't know what's going on. What have I done? I've done something. It's definitely me. There's no way that it's anything but me being an idiot somehow. Right, okay, so, Tom 2, you're being a nightmare, but it's okay, because if we can just, I'm going to cut this at the end, and just, this is literally for take two, for Tom 2's benefit, and then if I don't know whether this is going to work, guys, but let's just see. Right, that is that cut at a bar line? That is the question. No. Yes. No. Alright. Let's cut that at a bar line. I'm going to snip that out. I'm going to... Oh, God. Worst case scenario, it doesn't matter. I can just go back and I can re-record. Okay. Let's flatten this, and then let's, right, this is on the bar. Okay, this is at bar 104. Alright, guys, you're really going to see me in at my worst today. So bar, what did I say? 104. Okay. Now I'm gonna check this. Yeah, all right. So that's all there. So I'm gonna delete this, and then I'm gonna drag that. Then I'm gonna take this back to that same point. Then I'm gonna drag. I mean, is this not the most crazy thing? Yes! Alright, I'm gonna save a new alternative. No, am I gonna, I should have saved a new alternative before I did this. Save a new alternative, freak out, things not working. Don't save the changes. Right, so, in theory, if I just flatten all this now, please work. Oh, I think it might have worked. Oh my goodness. Is that right? Did I get that in the right place? A bit confused about that, but it's fine. We'll work it out when we listen through. I think that's worked, and I'm just hoping it has. Right, so should I do... Let's do... Yeah, we'll just do all the fades first. And then we'll come to the actual moving of notes if need be, and I'll do the old whatchamacallit. So that's good. Yeah, that works. Oh. Yep. Yep. That might be a flex time movement. It might not. That floor tom could do with being moved. Bam. Maybe. Yep. So this one can be a little bit this way. It's always really fun to have really stressful things happening whilst you're live streaming. So I don't think this came in exactly where it should have. I hastily did this because I was so scared. But I wonder if it should be there instead. Clearly not. So I'm going to do this. Oh, it's a lot of... Right, so... Let's see what I'm going to do. It's just... let's do... So this should be... Apart from the fact that it isn't very well done. Okay, great. So I just need to rejig this middle bit to be in the right place. Oh, it is in the right place. Okay, cool. So I just need to sort out the fade, that's all it is. Oh, that, I mean, obviously I don't want a fade that's this big. So it's just this little puppy. Very weird. I think that's right. So what I'm going to do now is just do the flex time thing. Get it sounding as good as possible. I'm just going to save an alternative because it's one of those days. Flex time. And I'm going to switch this on, which means I have some time to say hi. What a relief. Okay, so Nathan says, glad it's not just me then. Luckily, my headset mic catch most of the hits to the face. Oh, well, that's clever. Maybe I should start wearing a head guard, like an American football player. That probably would actually be a good investment of my money. And Nathan, note, bar 104. Thank you, Nathan. As you can see, it's my brain is a little slow today. Jed 104, check, thank you. And Nathan says, I wish I used logic so I could understand the problem. Yeah, dude, it's so illogical. I don't understand. Like I say, I've managed to work around it right now, but sometimes I'm not that lucky. So sometimes I don't even spot it until I'm so far down the line and there's so many different takes that it makes it impossible to kind of do that little jig. It just was really lucky that it was at the end of the song, so it made it slightly easier. But it's my biggest thing with logic, and I don't like. It must be me, but I've read that there is a bit of a bug that happens with it, and it's usually when the different takes in the same folder are different lengths. So you would imagine that's why I always wait until another round comes around. So you would imagine that if I then cut everything at the end, and maybe I should have done it at the beginning as well, that it would then be in it would eliminate that problem. And I thought I'd gotten around it because it hadn't happened for ages, and then it was literally, was it last week or 2 weeks ago? It happened, and I was like, oh, I haven't solved it. I'm heartbroken. And Nathan says, ooh, file names with spaces in. Is that unusual? I don't know. Is that unusual? I thought that was normal. And Mooncat Drum says the power of collective prayer. It didn't work, but at least I made it work. That's the main thing. At least, yeah, there's that. And Jed says, "Can I get up now?" Yes. Get off your knees, there. You good lad. Jed says, "This is what live streaming is all about. If we could chat on this, can you imagine what we were all suggesting?" Yeah. I try. Yeah, try this. Try that. Yeah. Do you know what? I love you guys dearly, but there are some times I'm like, right, I need to just get on my train of thought and just do everything that I need to do, and then I can exhale for a second and come back to reality. So yeah, there's moments that I'm like, oh, thank goodness. But I appreciate every suggestion and every interaction, so never stop, but just bear with me if I take my time or do things in a certain way. And Nathan says to Jed, I've only ever used Cubase so far, and just the different interface makes it hard to understand what's going on. Yeah, it's isn't it funny how between programs that do essentially the same thing there is so much difference. I always advocate just finding something that works for you and sticking to it, because life's too short to be learning all the blooming doors, I tell you. Illogic, yeah, like I say, I'm a big advocate of logic, but sometimes it has its moments of testing me. But I worked it out, so it's fine. Well, I say that now. This is where we work out that actually happened. I'm sure I have, though. I'm almost certain. Right. Okay. Just get this Red Bull out of the way. So let's have a listen all the way through, and let's move around some beats if need be. Like I said, there was a floor tom, a random floor tom that I wasn't happy with in that middle breakdown section. But other than that, I don't remember anything else sticking out necessarily, but let's see. I'm just going to listen to it without that click at the front. I know it sounds silly, but I want to hear how it comes in, like without being pre-warned, if that makes sense. Going to sound weird. I really want to just quantize this to an eighth note just to see. Please. It just feels ever so slightly behind to me, but it's fine from here. So again, very unorthodox, but so what? Yeah, do you see this? Just it's slightly behind. So I'm just going to move everything. Hold on. Oh, no. Redo that. I'm going to move everything to the beat because why not? If we can, why not? Just see. So the worst that could happen is that it sounds worse, and then we just hit undo. So. Sounds better to me. Whether it was me just getting into it for the first 4 bars or whatever. Oh, not that way. This way. Go from the top. People think I'm crazy. I just want to see what it sounds like, just all quantized, because it's quite a... No. It just doesn't fit. So it feels a little bit dragging. I don't know, just compared to the riff. Yeah. So I'm going to try that trick again. I'm just going to move everything slightly to the left. Just slightly to the right again, but like a smidge. Again, that guitar is quite pushed, so I'm gonna push myself over towards it, which means push it again. Look at that. Just oh no, that's because it's the overheads. So let's just ever so slightly, just to see, just to see. Sorry, I'm second guessing all my fades for some reason. They are big. Early. So let's just see if that works. So if I then put these on the grid, in theory, it should be alright. Then maybe split the difference with this one. So go from the back. Well, maybe not actually. Oh. I'm just gonna put a mask quantize on this, just to see. And I keep saying that's very annoying. Yeah, I think that doesn't work. It's making a funny digital thing because of this. The end of that vocally almost sounds like is it Pearl Jam? Or is it? I think it's Pearl Jam that it reminds me of. Something fun that I used to listen to as a kid. What a great tune. Love that. Really fun. Yeah, really cool. Thank you for being here and for supporting me through this tough time, through, you know, strange things happening in Logic, but we must power on through. That is the main thing. So David says, I miss songs like this. I know, this is one of those like classic, to me it's like a 90s grunge classic kind of tune. I don't know what reminded me of the Arctic Monkeys at the beginning. Oh no, it was that beat, which was really cool. What does that ending remind me of? Maybe it's Nirvana, actually. Anyway, whatever it is, I love it. It's really cool. Claudio is brilliant, and I'm so glad that we've got to work on this together. Nathan says, love the little accent push on the threes in your 16s. Oh, thank you. Do you know what? Would love to take credit for that, but they were on the guide track, so I was just going with, and they go with the guitar, so it kind of makes sense. But thank you. That's very kind. Thank you. Solid. Yeah. And Nathan is saying to David, your version of Love of My Life is awesome, by the way, mate. Do you sing and play at the same time? Oh, that's awesome. I need to check that out. And Nathan says, yeah, building from the Hats to the Riding Crash. Yeah, it's the one. I feel like it's right, as I always say. David says to Nathan, wow, thanks a lot. I tried to be closer to Live Killers. Oh, cool. My favourite version. Thanks again and again. I need to check that out. I didn't realise that. That sounds good. Anyway, right, I guess I'm going to send this off to Claudio, see what he thinks. I don't know if he's still in the room, but and see if he wants any changes or if he's happy, and then we can go from there. But yes, thank you for being here. Thank you for, like I say, sticking with me through us all feeling a little bit strange today, which does prove my theory that there is something just in the air today, at least in the UK, because it's all the UK bunch that are feeling a little bit odd today. So me, Nathan, and Jed are all feeling a little bit strange. I don't know who else, if anyone else was. I can't actually remember, so I'm sorry. But yes, thank you for sticking with me. If you're kicking about tomorrow at 10 a.m. UK time, I will be doing Instagram Live just to hang out. Jed, I will try to maybe message you before I go on, just so you know that I'm going on. And then on Thursday, I've got office hours for any remote recording business students that have any questions about their remote recording business, if they want any help with that. And then I'm actually taking a bit of a break from these live streams for a couple of weeks because we're back in doing the Voice Kids final rehearsals, so I'm not allowing myself to record any songs for a couple of weeks so that I can have the headspace to basically get my brain in the Voice Kids again. Basically, that's the long and short of it. But I'll probably still do a few Instagram lives and stuff like that. But no doubt you will see that on my Instagram or whatever social media, because I always, just blather on basically, which is it's all good. And so Jed says, I've enjoyed this today, everyone. Well done, Emily. Thank you very much. Nathan says to Claudio, thanks again, mate. Great track. It is a great track. And Claudio says, I am here! And is that 10 a.m? 10 a.m, yes, 10 a.m, Jed. And Claudio says, you are so welcome. Yes, thank you for sharing this with us and letting us... letting us sort of be a part of the creation of this song, and I can't wait to hear it be finished. Also, Claudio has this brilliant song called Shields that we did before, which I believe is coming out fairly soon, so do watch out. But I will share all that stuff when it is out. Anyway, I hope Mooncat Drum says 10 a.m. in the morning, so unrock and roll. I did say, did I not, that I am so unrock and roll? I've got to live up to the brand. Biggest geek ever, not rock and roll at all. And anyway, it's been lovely seeing all of you, and maybe I'll see you tomorrow on the Instagram Live. Just come hang out. I might invite some people on video just to say hi. That was really fun last time because I spoke to people that I've been text speaking to for ages, and then to hear their voice was just like, so Walrus Tass, who is sometimes on here, David Travers Dixon was on, which was amazing. Charlotte Bibby, who's on here a lot, she was on. Who else was on? Hannah was on, but we all know about Hannah, my sister. She's lovely. We love her. Who else did I chat to? There was one other. My brain. But anyway, I'm gonna go because I need to rest, I feel. And Nathan says, thanks so much again for letting us continue to be part of all these. My absolute pleasure. Thank you for being here. You guys, honestly, make it so much fun. And it genuinely is something that I look forward to. And as I said before, you guys are the ones that give me energy and inspiration more often than not. So thank you. You guys are as big as part of this as I am. And the Oasis guy. Yeah, it was Mace. What's his name? Mason. Oh, Mace Rocker is what his Instagram is. Anyway, very, very sweet kid, obsessed with Oasis. Well, I don't think he is, but we just happen to talk about Oasis a lot for some reason. And Carl says, yes, thanks, Emily Donald Davis. These are ace. Well, thank you for being here. And, didn't know that, Claudio. Apparently, Shields is already on Spotify everywhere. So look up Shields by For Answers Music and you will catch that. So it says 10 a.m. BST, 4 a.m. CST. Eek. Yeah, I know. When I wrote it, I was like, oh, goodness, that's just not going to work. So Zalstar, I may not see you, but thank you for noticing. I'm sorry. David's given me a cat. Awesome, thank you. I do like cats. and Nathan says Rocker something. Yeah, Mace Rocker. Zelsta says yes, Hannah and her tree adventures. It's a family trait. We're a little bit bonkers. She decided last week she was going to just rip a tree down in her garden, and she did. And she painted her shed, which actually looks great, by the way. Oh, and Nathan, I did look at the picture, and I see what you mean about the shed door not fitting the shed. But honestly, yeah, I feel like that's the least of her worries. Anyway, right, I'm going to go. I'm going to love you. I'm going to leave you. See you tomorrow. And yes, Claudio, I will be in touch shortly with a proper bounce of your songs. You can probably hear it. Anyway, lots of love, you guys. Enjoy your afternoon, evening, and day, wherever you are. Lots of love, and I will see you soon. Bye, guys.